This is Kenya Airways. I spent 40 hours in Kenya Airways. And that is, I took here 4 flights this past week with Kenya Airways. And this is what I'm showing you here is I suppose, business class of Kenya Airways. I didn't sit here. I'm just showing you. I took this picture just for you to see what it looks like and for the purposes of scale so that you can see what it looks like. This is the business class of Kenya Airways. If you're traveling to the United States of America, Kenya Airways is your best airline that you can use if you're an African and if you want to make changes. So I traveled in Kenya Airways and I was supposed to travel and fly into JFK, which is in New York. And this flight only cost me a return of $900 to Cape Town. So I paid $900, which is $450 going and $450 coming back. That's 40 hours of flights. I don't know, it's less than $1, I think, for an hour in this flight. So amazing. Kenya Airways, they're doing very, very well. And I like Kenya Airways because they allowed me to make changes to my flights. I made multiple changes on my flight. So that is Kenya Airways. This is their desk here at Nairobi. And this is the normal, economy. This is economy in Kenya Airways. And I believe that this is a Dreamliner that we're in. The most comfortable airplane that you can travel in is this Dreamliner. It's like you're not even traveling. That is how good this airplane is. The one that we used from Nairobi to JFK. But I want you guys to realize something that made me laugh. Right, so this is the map of us traveling, right? This is from Kenya, and this is what it looks like when you're in the plane. It shows you all the information right in front of your screen, and you can see how we traveled. And now look at Harare. We flew over Harare, Lilongwe, all the big capitals. This is where we flew. So the whole map, it looks like this. If you're coming to Cape Town, this is what it looks like. But I want to show you something interesting, and I've never seen this before. So we're flying over Kariba here, Matusa Dona. But look at this map here. This is the Bulawayo, Botswana. We went over Botswana. It was amazing. It was unbelievable. But this is it. Can you believe that there's a place called Mashonaland South? So on the map of Kenya Airways, there is a place called Mashonaland South. And this is crazy. I've never seen such a place as Mashonaland South, but extremely good service from Kenya Airways. The food was great. And I really enjoyed being on this plane on Kenya Airways. And I'm going to be flying Kenya Airways for a long, long time to come. I like going into Kenya because once you get into Kenya, you can actually drop off and do a lot of things. It's very cheap in Kenya. The hotels, I think they're like 9,000 of their money, which is about 1,000 rand or approximately $550. So for $50, you can stay at a pretty reasonable hotel, like a 5-star hotel. The airport itself is comfortable. The transport system is great. Do you know that when you're in Kenya, you can use Uber, and Uber costs only 160 rands to go into town. Then if you're going to use the freeway, you pay the guy about 300 of the money, which is, I don't know, like 10 rands or something like that, so that they can use the freeway and the toll gates. Amazing stuff. So if you're traveling to the United States, I propose that you use Kenya Airways. These guys are good. They don't sponsor me or anything, but I just like the way that they handle themselves. One of the best African airlines in fact, for an African, if you're an African and you want to travel, I suggest that you use this airline. And I hope that Air Zimbabwe gets to this level that is with Kenya Airways. This is extremely big. This space here that you're looking at is extremely big. They allow you 2 bags. So I was allowed 2 bags to check in and 2 bags on my person. And we ate, I don't know how many times, like every 2 hours or 3 hours, they were coming with fresh food, beef. Their beef is the best beef. So they cook real beef. And all I did was eat beef and drink tonic water on that plane, on this flight. And it was amazing. Kenya Airways, good job, Kenya Airways. And I got my cloth. So my cloth here behind me, this cost me $15. I also got to buy the coffee at Kenya. It was amazing. And very soon I'll be back in the United States of America. I'm going to be in and out of the United States of America, but I will never settle in the United States of America. I've made up my mind that I will not live in the West. But if you want to be a friend of capital, be a friend of the United States of America. The United States of America, that is where you get money. There is a lot of money in New York. And if you want to run a projects, that is where you go. You don't go to other countries. So amazing stuff, amazing flight with Kenya Airways, very friendly people in Kenya. However, if you want to travel into Kenya, you need a visa. So if you are a person who is flying through Kenya, you need a visa into Kenya. So I'm going to show you tomorrow how to apply for a visa into Kenya. I'll take you through the process and I'll upload this video for you. Then our last